Hi everybody, and thank you for joining me, and welcome to this reading for love for 2017. This is a reading for Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising, so welcome. I hope you enjoy. I'm super excited to give you guys this reading today. It's using all higher arcana cards, so these are the cards that I'll be using, and they're meant to be read for both partnered Scorpios and Scorpios who are alone. But with the idea that there is a twin soul waiting out there for them somewhere, and this information will guide them in the direction they must go to reconnect and form union, or will give you insight into what your twin flame or twin soul is doing at this time. So it's kind of giving you some really good advice and information as to your love life, and helps you kind of get from point A to point B. Just some roundabout general advice using the arcana, which are these archetypal influences. So I hope you enjoy this reading. I also picked 3 oracle cards. Oh, I actually had 2 because one jumped out, I remember now. So I picked 4 oracle cards for you guys. Let's start off with the Oracle of Universal Love. So the first message is forgiveness. So I think, given the 2017, here, I don't know if it was too shiny for you. So I don't know if you've had a chance to see the 2017 general overview reading, but there is a message of kind of getting over a series of time in which your life has in some way been repressive and oppressive of your true gentle nature. And so this theme of forgiveness can resonate for both your partner and yourself, and maybe even seeking forgiveness for being pushed into such an extreme state of being. Now this would be the cause of environmental and astrological circumstances. The world has been under a very kind of unforgiving set of transits in terms of compassion and empathy, and in 2017 there's a real break in that. There's a touching base of emotions when Venus goes retrograde and kind of rehashing things, and so you too can ask for forgiveness both of your partner and of yourself, and you can seek forgiveness, and you can give forgiveness, excuse me, to any partner that desires it, requests it, etc. So I want to put this shell here. I love this shell. She actually looks probably better over here. You can see more of her. Anyway, so let's take a look at the Journey of Love Oracle. The message here is the Mother Prays. Beautiful card. So there's this kind of request from the mother's lips to God's ears, you know. The most powerful prayer is the prayer of the mother, because the mother usually wants what's best for the child. And so the thing that your mother or your partner's mother has wanted so badly is the most powerful type of spell that one can cast. And so therefore there's this great hope and optimism that the reading opens up with, that you will be atoned for all your sins, that you will be made free from all your karmic debt, that you'll be able to move forward in your love life as if all the sins and transgressions that have crossed your path in your lifetime have been absolved. The mother's forgiveness is more poignant than any other type of forgiveness. It's a direct link to the universe and to God, and so therefore this is a very powerful card and a powerful message. So here is your first card by Oracle of Romantic Angels by Doreen Virtue. So this is the card of trust. The situation is calling you to have faith. And given the 2017 overview reading, I suspect that this has a lot to do with the transformation you are making in 2017. It takes some time, a few months in the initial part of the year, where you transform into who you're going to be, where you are taken from the thing of the past that was oppressed and suppressed environmentally to your natural state, and even further. You're going to excel in 2017. So if you and your partner have some trust issues and faith issues, then it's important for you to add a little bit of a faith into your romantic relationship or the potential of your romantic relationship, because you are aligning with the energy of you're aligning with the energy that will bring in the perfect partner. This isn't just a boyfriend or a girlfriend that will be in some way a nice time. This is the ideal partner. This is a partner relationship. And if you are in an established relationship, then trust is going to improve as you align yourself and forgive yourself and your partner, and also forgive the world for giving you such a lot as you have received. The next message is, so we have pay attention to the red flags. So the signs are cautioning you. So there is an air of caution in 2017. This card jumped out before I saw it as I was shuffling. You probably saw it in the sidebar here. But there is this kind of level of, don't get ahead of yourself. Let the process happen around you. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, check out my reading for 2017. It's really contextualized in your own personal transformation and your own personal journey. But really make sure that there could be distractions along the way. There could be, you know, other types of energies soliciting your attention. And so you got to make sure that you have to make sure that you focus your attention on the core relationship and allow everything else to in some way kind of fall into place and fall away if it's not conducive. You've gotten to this place of success and you don't want to squander it. You don't want to miss the opportunity that you have been waiting for. And this is very much an opportunity to enact exactly what you have missed out on and what you feel like you have missed out on for a really long time, be it in an established relationship, all those things that you failed to say, or in another relationship, such as or in another relationship, or in another, or in an unestablished relationship, now being able to make that reconnection. At the beginning of January 2017, here we have the starting point of the relationship. So we have Last Judgment. And this is really true for Scorpio across the board. It seems as though you're starting off at this like really extreme place, like your head's against the wall. I don't know, your body's against the wall and you can't go back. You have to let the past in the past, and you can bring certain things with you in the future, but it's really the atonement for the sins and the karmic debt that you have accrued, and it's really the cleansing, of your soul and your being. And together, mutually with your partner, you are going through, circumspection. You're being circumscribed for your actions and behaviors, and now it's time for you to start a clean slate. And so the judgment is, you draw the boundaries with people who are undeserving, and then you embrace the relationships that are deserving. Trust that it's going to take some time for them to resolve itself. Differentiate between red flags and points of trust. That's always a hard part in relationships, because people who cause you damage or danger will tell you to trust them as well. So it becomes kind of a paranoid exercise for many people. And so therefore you have to kind of keep pushing forward. And the only way that I can successfully say across the board as a tool, there's lots of personal tools that one can use to discern, but the main way that you can figure out trust, that you can figure out connection with people, is through time. Right? Applying time to a circumstance. People who are undeserving will fall away in time quickly, given the right circumstances. And so if you have patience, if you can wait it out, then you will understand the transformation of your relationship, and you will understand that only cream rises to the top, right? And so the cream of the crop, right? You want to align yourself with the best of the best. And the best of the best isn't like who is the richest or who is the smartest. The best of the best is the character, right? The character of the individual, or whatever qualities you're seeking. The ideal partner is the best vibrational match. It's not a hierarchy of like what's better. It's really a hierarchy what's best for you. So here are two cards that represent the ideal represent the ideal conception of a relationship that you have. And here are two cards that represent the ideal conceptualization of a relationship that your partner has. So let's take a look at the first cards for you. So we have the World for you. You want expansion of boundaries. You want to travel. You want someone to have fun with and explore the world. The next message is, so here we have the Emperor. So either someone who allows you to be the Emperor, or you are looking for an Emperor, someone who has quite a bit of authority in circumstances. So it's kind of the formulation of structure and order while still kind of bridging the gap to the world. You want to be free, but yet you want to be reasonable in your relationship. And that's reasonable. I think that you are stepping away from points of chaos, and I think that that's what really is important to you at this time. And I think that getting back to the simpler things is a reflection of your own inner journey that you saw in the 2017 general overview reading. It's this really kind of freedom embracing opportunity. What does your partner want? Let's have a look. So your partner wants Wheel of Fortune. Your partner wants a change of luck, maybe greater understanding, mutual understanding, mutual appreciation, reconnection. Do you notice that the cards here coincide with the cards here? So it's beautiful. It's like two parts of, this is halfway through the journey to the World card, right? So so basically your partner is looking for a change in fortune in the relationship, for it to be a happy, a positive one with healthy parts to it and healthy connections, and just overall a sense of sympathy and trust and happiness, right? The other thing that your partner is looking for is the Fool. So a new beginning. They're really looking to start afresh. If you know your partner, then maybe in the past things have gotten bogged down with all that pressure. I do sense that Scorpio has lived with a insane amount of pressure leading up to this point, and there's a liberation point right at the beginning of the year, in the first month or maybe month and a half. And then so an established partner may just want everything to just start afresh, be it, you know, move into a new home or get new cars or take a trip as a signpost of this new direction. Let the past in the past. They're there for you, and they want positivity for you. If you don't know your partner, then that partner could be setting off on a journey to find you. There's a redirection of their energy. They're trying to embrace new ways of trying to reconnect. So you can throw at them positive energy. You can make little spells, little signposts. You can throw bottles into the ocean. Oh, well, you shouldn't throw bottles into the ocean, but throw rocks into the ocean with like a message on them as representative of your intention, so you don't pollute the oceans. That was so bad of me to suggest that, but that is something that people used to do, right? So so anyway, don't do that. There's a actually donate to the South Pacific garbage patch. I'm gonna donate for that one because that feels terrible that I just said that. Anyway, the point is you set your intention and your willingness to connect in a functional way, and put that beacon out there in whatever way, and just watch it manifest. So it's just both of you really want to reconnect after a period of separation, and if you've never met that person before, then you want to connect for the first time. The next step in your journey is, we have the Temperance card. So you have to kind of break apart from the mold, and the mold that's of the established order that you have been contending with up to this point. Like I said in the 2017 reading, you've been dealt a lot of harsh circumstances. The general environment for Scorpio has been less than idyllic to bring about the best parts of your character. And so therefore, at this time, the next step for you is to try and to bring into focus your best qualities. And so make sure that you focus on the balance between trust and discernment, which is the red flags. So make sure that you are very comfortable in identifying in your partner where you can find faith in what they're doing, and where you have to be discerning to decide whether that person is actually the one that you that deserves your trust. And so don't make it a taskmaster kind of activity. Don't make them suffer for it. Use a light hand and openness and possibility rather than negative reinforcement. So the next step for your partner in your relationship, so justice and balance. So your partner is going to emphasize balance. They're going to be telling you, put it into balance, put it into focus, and you're going to be still oriented towards your journey. And that's kind of reflective of what's going on for you in terms of your astrology this year. You're focused on what you contribute, on your own expansion, on your own goal setting, and your partner is like, okay, so we've been through all this stuff, and now we want to bring into balance and into focus the things that have been imbalance. So it's important for you to heed your partner's calls. You see here the Temperance card. He's looking off. Hermes is looking off into the distance, right? In the other opposite, while this person is saying, well, this has to happen. And so it's important for you. I wish I could just turn them around and say, go look at your partner and give them what they need, because they need that to happen. And there's going to be stagnancy in your relationship until you provide a little bit of reciprocity towards them. So the two cards here that are advice cards, 4 cards that represent advice, are important. So your advice and your partner's advice. You can show this to your partner to give them food for thought. Or if you don't know your partner, then you can throw at them the general energy and try to get them to pay attention psychically, like, because you are linked to your partner energetically already. So you just, hope and pray that they connect with this energy and that it guides them towards you and towards reconnection. Here is the next point. So you get the Sun card. You're not the only one here actually in this position getting the Sun. So there's hope, alignment of what you want, movement towards happiness. Remember, you had the Sun in your self position, 2017 overview reading. You had the Sun. You have the energy of the Sun. So you're stepping into your power in a very nice way. It's not like stepping into the power to control others or anything like that. It's really to authentically be yourself and step through more as yourself. You're out in the light. You're no longer hidden. And so this happiness, kindness, gentleness of Scorpio is coming through. The second piece of advice, so do more of that. That's the advice. And here's the Moon. So there's this like understanding. Be very cautious, because we have pay attention to red flags and the Moon. So make sure that you may be presented with false allies during this time, this whole year. So you want to be one of the things that, because you're so fresh, like in the 2017 general overview reading, new fresh, turned over a new leaf, and all the wraiths, all the little vampires, emotional vampires, they love that shit. So they're over around you trying to be nice, cooing, and trying to be, soliciting your attention. So there's lots of false visages and false representations, and you have to discern who your true soulmate is. And I think that there'll be a bit of a question mark unless you have an established relationship. Things are going to get confused. So you have to kind of touch base within your own power to discern who you trust and who you have to be cautious with. And I do suspect that many of you will blunder, and I do suspect that it'll be a learning curve like any other, but I do hope that most of you will stick to your guns and know who the person to put your faith on is. And I think that you will move forward authentically towards happiness and joy, and you always touch base with yourself. What makes me happy, and what feels like shade? If something feels like shade, then most likely it's shady, right? So here is some advice for your partner. So you have the Lovers for the partner. So they're just told to lead with their heart. This is the Lovers, the brothers, family, the importance of family. They just need to reiterate these qualities, and you need to support them in expressing those qualities. The desire to express kind qualities towards others, of just honesty, will really translate as the biggest weapon against dishonesty and illusion, right? So at the end of the day, the person who consistently says this and that will brand themselves to be your ideal lover. In a few months, you'll see very clearly who is in it for the win, who's in it for a game, right? And so here is your next message for your partner, soulmate, right? Your soulmate needs to step into their power and say, okay, well, this is me, right? We have Gemini here in Aquarius, so that also parallels the fact that you got a lot of air signs in the oncoming influence, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. And so your loved one, or the person who is the ideal partner for you, needs to step into their power of their position in your life. They just have to unequivocally say that they are the one. You don't have to argue with me about this. I am this person, you know. That's basically the message that your partner needs to walk into. And any kind of insult that you have thrown at them, because Scorpio can be kind of have the tendency to be expressing paranoia. I'm not saying you guys are paranoid, but you do express paranoia at times, including myself. I'm a Scorpio rising. And if you're working through that energy, then you have to give homage to the person who's putting up with it, because it could be very tiresome for them to have to be questioned when they know that they have that connection. So you reinforce it, you confirm it, you stop beating around the bush, and you brush the crap out of your way, because it's just going to slow you down. The outcome at the end of the year for your relationship is the High Priestess. So great epiphany and learning, transcendence and form. You know, this is metaphysical. Like it's you transform to this high vibrational energy of insight. There's going to be a firefighter brigade coming through with their sirens. But so we have the High Priestess, insight and intuition, transference, enlightenment. There's a complete trust that is achieved, but it has to be earned, you know, and without discernment. And your partner has to discern as well what's true and what's false, right? So without discernment, nothing's earned and nothing has value. So you can't have something that's just quick. You have to have something that's earned, and you'll get there. You'll get there. The High Priestess says you're going to elevate your perspective, you know. Maybe take a spiritual journey with your partner if you do have them in your life, and go to a sacred space and be together, you know. Go on a spiritual path, go somewhere that's, you know, truly a mystical quest, you know. Go to a holy site and connect there and affirm that energy, and this will solve this. If this is getting confused, if all these like people are asking you out, or if all these girls are flirting with you, then the fastest way of figuring that out is take that soulmate, take the one that's meant for you, and go to a sacred site and affirm that relationship. And it doesn't have to be marriage, it just has to be some type of spiritual confirmation. Just being in those places affirms that quality. So, and then you have that connection to the divine, and for a while you will have some kind of protection over your path. You'll kind of see that come through. Okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give me a like for this video. I'll see you guys for Valentine's in February. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye.